Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SmithersCast.
Syndicate dedicating decent amount to the south right there, as we just saw. First truck gets hit. I think Keanu got out in time, though. Main truck gets to the point. And we're going to see Syndicate get plenty of bodies inside the point here. Recon. Strafing run goes above. Bodies being dedicated to the south. Syndicate in strong control of artillery battery to start. Let's look at the opening map position. Good presence up here at church. We have sorry Smithers down here. Popping flares. Syndicate getting control of the hedge line. No doubt that rocket may have wiped an OP actually. Okay, looking good for Syndicate. The Allies will look to have some reset time here. Let's look at the strong point. Post-cap situation. Looks good. They still have some bodies up here at church. More flex bodies up here to the north. Led by Angelo de la Morte himself. Wilby is commanding tonight. Stewie is just barely peeking the hedge there. We go over to the Axis side. Let's take a peek. We have a Luke's back here in support. Another Luke's on the strong point. Okay, so good opening slugfest here. Looked like for sure it was going to go in Syndicate's way, but the Allies got one Stewie in the circle, I think. Actually, both Stewies are in the circle, providing a lot of cap weight. Remember, once you're in the circle, everybody, you are worth 3 bodies. So each one of those Stewie bodies, it's 9 people essentially inside the point. Church control looks about even. Syndicate in the hard cap, or in the main church. In Verville, in the church here on Verville. But the Allies do have some bodies around, so they won't have full control just yet. The Luxes are just splashing the hell out of the point here. Bama's setting up his MG on the lonely little island here. Bama's going to have just enough coverage over there to the left. Very sensitive spot, though. Cap progress flip-flops. The Luxes are still here. They are slightly out of the circle. So these Luxes may consider moving up just a little bit to provide more cap weight. But this, this Luke's crew is entirely dead, actually. And this Luke's crew is still alive. So we have one abandoned Luke's. They may have been out of ammo. Or I'm not sure what happened. I think they would have just ran it forward. But I'm guessing we'll get a nice little story after the game about what happened. And there we have it. Baddies of the North. Looks comes back when it looks like they were about to lose the point and takes it back from Syndicate here. Very good pressure overall. Syndicate looked like they were pushing the Allies back into their building complex, but they ended up winning some key gunfights there and pushed them right out of there. And the Lukes actually got taken down. I think the Q came over the rocket from the side and got a rocket into the Achilles heel of the Lukes. Okay, so Syndicate still in strong contestation of the point. We'll go up to church and see how this is going. Baddies of the North reallocating more bodies up here. Keep in mind, this is essentially going to be getting closer to the front door of Orchards from a diagonal route. Okay, looking good. Lord Farquaad back here, making a very big play, sneaking around the back line. And so this gap in Syndicate's line is going to result in some key backline frags. Lord Farquaad may have gotten an OP or 2 while he's back here. Syndicate Gary, I believe, is a little bit farther back. So let's see how this lands. Oh, just short of the Gary. Just a little bit too far. Do we do have a Stewie? I think we have a Stewie. Stewie doing Stewie things. We have Korn, IKEA. Didn't see the third crew member's name. And Redbeard moving back here. They should be able to spot this Gary here momentarily. Quick map check. 76 pushing up to the south. That's going to force Syndicate back off those hedges. .76 will be able to just pile drive these guys back. Rocket comes into the Stewie. Oh, the Stewie tried to get behind the P4. And the P4 was there to stop that. Okay, let's take a look at the map one more time. 76 anchoring down here to the south. Got some mines by him. Smart plays by infantry. Protect against any satchel players coming up behind him. Front door pressure, though, could get kind of serious But they do have a little bit of a ways before they're able to get in sector. So the Allies are making ground here, and that's going to allow them to leak down here and get some crossfire on this key launch point for the Axis into artillery battery. So Syndicate is allocating some bodies up here to the north, but they're going to have to win a lot of gunfights in order to stop this push. Rocket comes into the back of the medium here. Medium's just, yeah, the medium's just going up. Alfred just heading to town, just trying to waste away this medium so he can jump in a nice, beautiful big boy 76. And the Tiger is coming up to oblige him. Look at that Tiger just moving on up here. Gonna sink his teeth into Alfred. Alfbert and his crew. Oh, nope. Tiger's trying to navigate out of the building complex. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, rocket comes in from TF2, JTTF2, JTF2, to finish off the medium. Rocket comes into the back of the Tiger from Dr. Dick. Dr. Dick goes for number 2, but unfortunately, Quad was there to stop that. And suddenly the Allies are making their ground into the main launch position for the Axis into artillery battery. Map situation. The Allies are slowly gaining ground over here to the west and pushing Syndicate right out of their sector. As we all know in these games, there's magical plays can happen. Wrath gets one shot into the side of the Lukes. Coal Miner, just a single man Lukes right here. And Wrath with a beautiful shot to the right butt cheek. Or, well, maybe the right side butt cheek. Maybe it's the hip of the Lukes to wipe it out. Widow fragging his heart out over here. If you're just joining me, we only see one cap so far in this game. With the baddies taking artillery battery after about a 10 minutes long. Widow just going from hedge to hedge. He's on like a 5 kill streak right now. He does not. Does he hear the Gewehr? He does hear the Gewehr. And he takes out Keanu and moves on ahead. A coal miner is there in the compound remaining. Angelo de Morte will wipe that OP. Very smart play. Moving along the hedge. See if he can hear anything. Swift trying to use that dead Tiger down here as a little bit of cover. Swift trying to make his way through the open fields. Will he be able to get there? He's jumping. He's jumping. He's making his way. Go Swift. Gets across the open fields, and he'll be able to wipe that OP. Go across the corner. Takes out Sorry Smithers. And Swift's going to have a nice little angle here. He sees the Gary. He's going to be able to notify his teammates. Swift, can he get up to Gary as well? No. The MG says no. The Nutbender is down here as well. Probably one of the most feared players in this game. Would have expected to see some Belgian gates. Greyhound is peeking the corner. Looks like that Gary has been destroyed. But Syndicate still does have some Okay, Pyro plus. Pyro was there to stop the little Greyhound fun. Let's go check on the backline here. See if, just a quick check, see if Commander... Oh, they do have a spawn! Oh, they do. 2 squad leads, 3 squad leads back here. Shaytex gets the Gary up in the backline. There it is. And they're going to look to flood this point here. We do have 376s, though, in sector and a medium. Oh, I don't know, guys. They may call all those back if they need to. But let's see what Syndicate does with this spawn wave. 3 squad leads. That'll be 3 times 6, right? 18. Let's see what they're able to do. Krompopolis gets wiped. Gary will go down out east of the point. Medium is pushing up here. It's just a one-man medium. Original K takes out the Gary behind the point. Spawn wave comes in. Fat cheeks, big chunky. What may happen here? I don't know. Rocket goes into the medium. The medium's going to be a little bit stranded. Snarky Snacks is trying to come around the corner. Smilk gets a rocket in, kills the lone crew member, and another rocket goes in. Medium is crewless. Airhead was no doubt called in by Syndicate. Let's take a look. Yep, Airhead called in. Can they do it with the armor advantage for the Allies? Let's see if there's any chat going off. Flare East called out by Will B. Minor spawn wave comes back. Looks like Will B's back there. Remember, he's locking the Gary right now. Or they're taking it down. Lord Barst has got it. Takes out the Gary, so that's going to leave about, I would say, 3 OPs maybe back here. Airhead goes down behind the point, but Populus is right there. Gets wiped. Airhead is still alive. Airhead is still alive. Will Syndicate call the kitchen sink to get on artillery battery? We should see a spawn wave about the 45, 55, or 50 mark. Bombing run is coming in. This is a Syndicate bombing run. Syndicate will have to just protect this small area as best as they can. Bombing run coming in on a diagonal. Nice bombing run to cover it. Monk is coming around here in the corner. Camp progress begins to come in. Now the big thing here is how will the allied armor react? Because they may have to turn around, in which case the Axis armor will be able to take advantage of it. Wilby calls out Airhead. Syndicate begins to flood the point. We see 1, 2, 3 squad leads on point. Recon plane goes up. How many bodies will Syndicate send in? There's another spawn wave. Oh, man. Allies are beginning to call bodies back. 76 is still facing to the west. That Airhead is still alive. I think. Maybe? Nope, nope, nope. Somebody got it with a grenade, I think, actually. Yep, okay, so somebody got it with a grenade. I think it was Lord Farquaad. Nice heads up play, buddy. Nice rocket, too. Camp progress still tickling. The Syndicate did get those OPs up, and they're going to crash this hard point. These 76s may be caught off guard here. 176 beginning to turn around. Enemy airhead gone, but Syndicate is well entrenched in the radar tower. This is going to require a full callback for Sector. Looks like everybody has redeployed and everybody's going to be heading back towards Sector. It's going to be close. The 76s are streaming back. They would have to get in the circle as well. Reinforce. Is Reinforce dropped? It is not. I'm not sure if he maybe already called it. These 76s may be enough. Maybe enough. Artillery lands near the bunker. Oh, and there it goes. The cap progress ticks back. Man, that was close. Required a full team callback, though, and a reinforce was dropped. Okay, so that helped. Okay, so that helped save it. Mamma mia. Oof, man. Actually, it still isn't saved. But Syndicate's really crunched down into a little circle inside the point, so it's going to be a lot easier. What a solid attempt, though, by the Allies, or by the Axis to get that up. Commander Shaytex getting that, sneaking behind the enemy line, and the Allies did not go hunt for that supply drop. And so he was able to get up that Gary, and wham bam shabamo. And there we have it. The Syndicate spawn wave on point. Still a few squad leads left here, but their OPs are really getting squashed. And so these 76s just got to push up, and they'll be able to wipe them out, I think. But let's see how much ground the Axis are able to gain. They're going to be able to get back in this compound, most likely. We always wait for the act. Where's the big action going to happen, right? Where is it going to come from? And there we have it. It always does. There's always something that goes on. Okay, so the Axis have a little bit light front door right here. Looks like the Allies are starting to flex some more bodies back. And so the Allies could have a big counterattack right now on Syndicate. Still a little island, though, on the bunker. But they're getting squashed. Slowly but surely. Bama even may put down like a 2-minute satchel inside the bunker just to say farewell to everybody. Yep, there we go. Okay. And just like that, the bunker is clear. But what a good few minutes of chaos. And just goes to show the power of backline monitoring. And what can happen if you have a little slip. Airhead has been called in right in the middle of the complex. Will B's getting serious about this attack. Syndicate has a ton of bodies, though, to the south, so they'll need to reallocate some of these. It looks like, as we could see from the view, that the baddies have reallocated pretty much all these bodies from the south and have shoved them or reallocated those to these OPs up here to the north. So we should see them spawning here momentarily. Airhead is going to fall nice and safely, except for Bisper is right there. Bisper, will he be able to get that airhead? Bisper, does he know? Does he know? He's going to try to make his way through the trench. Will he take out his grenades? Bisper goes to the smoke. Does Widow see? Widow's maybe... Oh. Widow. Widow takes out Bisper. Okay, so the airhead will be saved. Oh, no. Bisper did get the airhead. He did throw a grenade, maybe through the smoke. Precision strike coming in to the south. Tiger. No, just a little bit off. So Tiger will be minorly damaged and have that repair station right next to him. So they'll be good to go in about 20 seconds or so. So Syndicate will just, their main priority right now is just to restabilize the front line. They got to recapture this complex right here. It looks like they're doing okay here, but they got to just be able to wipe these OPs and push the allies back here to the main compound and then have some sort of combined attack, maybe with armor, to wipe out this Gary and slowly establish this point or their launch position for artillery battery. The armor battle doesn't seem too imbalanced at the moment. I would say it's almost equal for it. So this is what I was referring to, using one of these light or medium tanks to push up on the hedge. See if you could wipe OPs and just make some room for your infantry. 69. Booty Smasher rigs one off of the side. Olfberg calls out next 76 South HQ, please. Another rocket comes in just short of Booty Smasher, or just short of the P4. Most likely from the double 76 push down to the south. Oh, these 276s on the southern hedge. I don't know if I've ever seen this. They'll have a third 76 coming up to boot. Okay, so infantry will be able to push up here with those 276s anchoring. Actually, we're going to be up to 3 76s now down here for a southern push maneuver. Panzer IV, or no, Lukes takes a shot right here. Lukes is trying to back up. It's a smoking. Oh, no. Okay. Lukes was spotted and gets wiped. No doubt the Tigers are getting that intel. This infantry is going to be able to make some progress now down to the south and be able to leak into these wheat fields. 76 is just bombarding everything up to the north here. Tiger gets a shot on 176. Like I was saying, these Tigers are going to have intel. 176 gets knocked out. Whose crew is this? Super Rooper, Domo, and Free Wenders. It's going to be back to the hard cap where we see Syndicate once again putting up a solid fight here to hold back the baddies. So I'm not personally too alarmed right now. We do see the full front line pushing up here. No. Did it? Oh, the Tiger peaked, and I think the 76s were ready for the double tap. And they got it. Bombing run coming in, and Giga Death evades the bombing run. Continues on, gets a couple. Q was right there waiting. Receives it with a smile on his face. Syndicate calls back a decent small wave, though, to help rush the point. They're going to need to flex those bodies out back from the south, I think, to get in the hard cap here. One tank pushes up. That is the Stewie. Stewie doing Stewie things. And the Stewie's going to be able to wipe some OPs back here, if there are any. I think this may seal it. Nope. Small wave comes in from Syndicate. But they may get mowed down. Airhead plane is called in from the baddies. Stuka's called in. Guessing it's to the south. Let's take a quick look while they cap. Oh, it sinks it on a 76. 176 gets wiped. The 76 gets slightly damaged, but the baddies will go up 4-1. But that 76 takes a side to the hip from a Tiger. And it's trying to push to the open field, but it may be Gonzo. Jistercom will look to load up and get another one on the 76, and he does. And that tank crew's probably like, damn it. We were at 80%. Now we're back down to 50. Orchard is not far away. That's the thing. Like, the Syndicate's front line is right there. So if they are able to just win, I mean, I say just, right? But it's a lot easier said than done. But they just, I said it again. But they got to win these gunfights here, front door, and just really allocate bodies from all over the map if they get a chance to shove everything here. And just flush the strong point for one last good go. One rocket comes into 76, rigs beautifully off into space. 76 is right front door. It's going to be able to hammer that push, though. We hear some tanks to the back here. Tiger tank. Airhead has been called in. This will be an Axis airhead. But the airhead will land right by the tank, I think. Bombing run coming in to boot. Airhead landing right there. Actually, it was a pretty damn good bombing run. The bombing run should track the 76. Also cause a little bit of chaos. That airhead will be live, I think. It won't be locked. That tank is just far away enough. A bold play, but I like it. Lord Farquaad coming around the corner. Does he see the airhead? Get dedicated to that airhead right there. Oh, a whole bunch. Oh, well, whole bunch as in maybe. We got about 8 or so right there. Cap pressure tickles Orchards. Airhead still alive, actually. Smoke still falling on the airhead. Excel's coming around. Excel going into the smoke. Going to see if he can find the airhead. Excel, does he see it? Actually, I think he got taken out. I think it did. Airhead got destroyed. Rocket comes in for crazy boots. I'm where the circle is, everybody. The circle is not in the building complex up here, right? It is down here to the south. That Tiger tank just inserted itself right into the center of it. A coal miner. 75% camp for Syndicate. Rushing into the circle. Everybody's going in. Can Syndicate get this point back? Ooh, man, we're sitting at 90%. 90%. 2 tanks in the circle. 76 has been taken out to the east, I think. And there we have it, everybody. Syndicate has now come back to take back their 4th point. Pretty much, yep, just a conglomerate of OPs right up here, but Syndicate's doing a good job of pushing them out. As we can see here, they're making their way into the compound. Looks like the Panzer IV is also doing some work, going around wiping OP, splashing. What a nice little comeback we could have on our hands here tonight. But the Allies are setting up shop to anchor their point to land. We'll be waiting for it. Waiting to receive it with open arms. Let's see how well their timing is with the grenades and the bombing run. Bombing run comes through. It's gonna get one. Airhead falls and is immediately destroyed. Oh, no. Airhead falls on the opposite side and is immediately destroyed. Tiger tank getting smoked on the front line. Rockets coming in. 3:20 left on the clock. Rocket comes into the P4. And there we have it, everybody. Under 2 minutes with full cap pressure by the Allies will result in a 3-2 victory for the baddies